Hey everybody, this is Mr. Trizzle, and I'm excited to show you a tutorial on how to make Cyberpunk mods work on CachyOS using Heroic's Game Launcher and Vortex. This is going to be a method of doing things, but this is not going to be the method of doing things. As you can see, Cyberpunk 2077 is currently not installed, so let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to be installing the DLC along with the Red mod, which provides official modding tools and is actually required in order to use mods. We're not going to be messing with any other settings. Click install. It will auto install some of the other components required to play the game. The rest will be installed later. We'll be right back after it's finished. Alright, it's finished downloading. Let's click play to finish downloading the rest of the components. We are not going to click on enable mods since we don't have any mods installed. Click play to verify that the game works. Just a heads up, the save file locations that you see in this video might be different than yours. I am using a different file browser than Dolphin, but you should be able to follow along just fine using Dolphin. Okay, this is where all my saved games are located. So I have a copy of everything, and then I'm going to open up a new folder, and this is the directory of that folder. You have home, your username, games, heroic, prefixes, default, Cyberpunk 2077, drive C, users, your username, saved games, CD, Project Red, and then Cyberpunk 2077. And what you want to do is you want to grab all of the manual saves and quick saves. Copy that. Do not do this one, and only because every time I try to copy them over, it gets corrupted. Like something messes up. And then this is like my 5th time trying to do this tutorial. So I'm gonna paste that. Wait for it. Fantastic. Alright, so we have our manual saves and our quick saves. Like I said, do not copy over the user GLS. Doing so will give you a nightmare of a problem to try to solve that will end up you having to reinstall everything. Feel free to pause the video right here to write down important file locations. During all of my reinstallations, when making this tutorial, my file locations changed, and I'm sharing this information with you in case this is beneficial to you. The next thing I want to show you is cloud saving. Go to settings right here, and then I'm going to go up to cloud save sync, and it should automatically detect. And if it doesn't, I'm going to show you what to do. Okay, it showed the save files. That's good. And if it didn't work, all I do is I would just click on advance, and then I would click on cloud save sync again, and then it would make another attempt to find it, and then hopefully it would find it. I'm going to go ahead and check the auto sync saves. From here, I can go ahead and download all the saves that I have by clicking sync, or I can upload the existing ones that I have. Next thing we need to do is we need to quit out of Heroic Game Launcher. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that any virtual machines that are running also are closed. So I'm going to go to System, and I'm going to look for something called System Monitor. You want System Monitor and not Task Monitor. So I'm going to open up System Monitor, and you're going to see a thing here that says Chromium. If you have Chrome or any other applications open, I recommend you save them and close the windows, because what we're going to do is we're going to terminate this process right here. We're going to go ahead and terminate the Chromium task, because Heroic and Wine use Chromium to run the games and to run the applications. I don't know why, I don't know how, it's just they require this to run, and if it's still running, then you can't actually reboot. Either that, or you can just go ahead and restart your computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quit this application. Next thing we want to do is we want to open up Heroic's Game Launcher. And you might see this, which says to update. Since I went ahead and transferred over my saved game files, I want those to go ahead and be included in the game. So I'm just going to click update. You're going to have to click it twice. And then after that's done, then we can start up the game and we can look to verify that the saved games are included inside the game. We're going to do it one more time. It's finished. Let's click play. Excellent. It worked. There are many different ways to mod Cyberpunk when it comes to Linux.
Maybe one day you will learn that your way is not the only way.
First thing we want to do is download Vortex, and we do that by going to nexusmods.com. We're going to go to support, and then we're going to go to install Vortex, download the latest version, manual download. We're going to open it up. We want to make a mental note of where it is installed. For me, it's going to be installed in the home downloads folder. There's a file right there. Alright, next we want to go to the Wine Manager right here. We want to download the GE Proton latest. Wonderful. Now make sure you got the GE Proton latest and not the Wine GE latest. Those are two different programs. This is the really old depreciated version. We're going to be using the GE Proton latest. Next we want to go up to library. Next we want to add a game. In this case it's going to be an application. We're going to call it Vortex, if I can spell. Go to wine settings, and for the wine settings we're going to select GE Proton latest. And the next thing we want to do is we want to install Vortex first before we can actually run it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Run Installer first. We're going to go to our downloads. That's where we'll find Vortex. We'll go ahead and select that. And now we wait. I'm going to use the default directory right here. C, Program Files, Blacktree Gaming Ltd /Vortex. Please make note of that because that'll be important later. Click Install. Make sure to uncheck Run Vortex because we don't want Vortex to run in this window. We're going to do it in a separate window. Click Finish. Awesome. And then we're going to select the executable that will actually open up Vortex. We're going to open that up. Let's try to find where that Vortex was installed to. We're going to go to our main directory, and then we're going to go to Games, Heroic, Prefixes, Default, Vortex. Now remember, we said it was C, Program Files, and then we see it was Blacktree Gaming, Vortex. There it is, right there. We're just going to go ahead and copy this. We're going to open up the other installer, paste that there, press enter. There's vortex.exe. We're going to choose that, and then we're going to click finish. Fantastic. Next, we're going to open up the Vortex settings right here. If the wine version has changed, change it back to GE Proton latest. Scroll down. We're going to go to Wine Tricks right here. We're going to click on the GUI. We're going to select the default wine prefix. We're going to install a Windows DLL or component. We're going to scroll all the way down to, where is it? There it is. .NET 6 runtime. Do not get this confused with .NET Desktop 6. We don't want that one. That'll mess up what we're trying to do. We want the .NET 6 runtime 6.0. Go ahead and click OK. You might see some errors, but that's okay. When it's done, it'll ask you if you want to do anything else. We're not going to do anything else, so we're going to go click cancel. Cancel again. Once that says done, you can click the X, and then you can click the X again. Now that we've got it installed, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, the very next thing we want to do is sign in. If it doesn't open up the window, you can go back to Vortex, click on copy, paste right here. It will ask you, would you like to authorize? Click authorize, click continue, and then you're logged in. All right, now you might have a whole bunch of notifications here. We're not going to worry about them right now. What we are going to do is we're going to click on games. We're going to type in Cyberpunk. There it is. Click manage. We're going to click download. It will restart automatically. It has not been discovered, so the next step, we're going to click continue. Next, we need to find out where Cyberpunk 2077 is installed. Now, you might be tempted to look in the My Computer folder, but it's not there. What we're going to do is we're going to do the slash. We're going to open Home, CachyOS, or whatever your username is. We're going to go to Games, Heroic, Cyberpunk 2077. And then we're going to look for the exe. The exe is going to be inside the bin folder, followed by the x64 folder. Now, if it doesn't show up, like in my case, you're going to have to manually type in Cyberpunk 2077, like so. CYBERPUNK space 2077.exe. Press enter. File does not exist. And select which one of those you bought Cyberpunk 2077 through. For me, we bought it through GOG. We're going to select next. Success. Okay, the next thing we need to do is mods cannot be deployed. Error message. You will be greeted with this message telling you about deployment methods. You can read this. Go ahead and click next. Pay attention to what this says. So it's giving you couple of options. For this one, the hard link deployment is going to be the easiest, but the solution, you need to pay attention. It says please go to settings, mods, and then set the mod staging folder to be on the same drive as the game. Now, it says the game is on the X directory. Okay, so when we click apply fix, we're gonna click on suggest. There we go. Then we're gonna click apply. And then it found it under the X Vortex mods. We're going to copy this. That is, if it lets me, copy it. And then for the downloads, we're going to come over here. We're going to didn't copy. Try that again. And then we're going to go to downloads. I believe a slash is required after that. We're going to click apply. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and click that drop down. We're going to click next, or fix, I mean. Click next. We're going to do hard link deployment, apply fix. Click on suggest. Success, it automatically selected the X directory. And then we're going to copy that. Copy. And then we're going to click apply. Give it a moment. Awesome. And then we're going to go to downloads. We're going to backspace, clear this out. Okay, that's annoying. Why are you doing that? Oh, this is like a really bad practical joke. Oh, that's just a bad practical joke. Okay. We're going to paste that. Backspace, sometimes this happens. It's really annoying. And then you're going to get rid of the curly bracket game curly bracket. And we're going to type in downloads. And then we're going to click apply. Wait for it. Sometimes if you get stuck, just scrolling up or down will make it unstuck. Alright, next we want to restart Vortex. So click out of that. Gonna open up Hero Games Launcher. We're gonna restart it. Wonderful. So it's recognizing that we're using the hard link method. Let's go ahead and start it up just to make sure that it is linking to the other installation of Cyberpunk. If you get this message, go ahead and click deploy. Fantastic, it works. Let's go ahead and download a mod. So we're going to go to the main page. We're going to go to Cyberpunk. And let's download the basic mods first. So we're going to go to mods. We're going to go to all mods. And we want to do it based on endorsements. And these are going to be the most common mods. So the most important ones are going to be these first ones right here. The mod settings, native, codeware, tweak, archive, red script, and cyber engine tweaks. So let's go and open up one. And then let's scroll down until we see files. And then once we see files, what we're going to do is we're going to right click that. And we're going to click on copy. Then we're going to open up our browser thingy here. We're going to click on this and we're going to paste that link right there. Make sure that the mod has the tab files on it. Otherwise you're going to run into an issue. Click download. And then we're going to click on continue. And then you need to log in. So we're going to click on that, or we're going to click on login. I'll be right back after I've logged in. Once you've logged in, we're going to go ahead and click on download Vortex. And it will automatically download for you. Now, if you have the free version, you might have to do a few extra clicks, like click on the slow server, and then wait for the timeout or the timer to finish. So there's a few extra steps for the people who have the free version. Let's make sure that it actually downloaded. We're going to go to mods. There it is, Cyber Engine Tweaks. I had to scroll because it was kind of messed up, but once I scrolled a little bit, it popped up. So we do have the Cyber Engine Tweaks installed and ready to go. Let me go ahead and show you a different way of installing this. So if we open up and we go to the next four here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you that if you try to use Vortex off the website and you click that and you click download, nothing's going to happen. If it did, it would show up right here, but nothing's happening. So because of the way we have it set up, they cannot be directly linked. So your two options is the first way I showed you. The second is just to manually download it and save it to your downloads folder. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to download this one, and then download this one as well. This one's automatically downloading for me, so I don't have to click download because there's no mod requirements for this one. Keep in mind, I'm on the paid version. The free version, you have to do a few extra steps. And we're going to download that one as well. Automatically downloaded. Fantastic. Alright, let me show you what to do next. I'm going to go ahead and open up our... Open up a new window here. I'm going to open up the window. Go to downloads. See all these? We're going to select them all. And then we're gonna put Vortex right there. And then we're gonna go to mods. We're gonna drag and drop. Sometimes instead of that plus, you see that little plus next to the bottom right hand corner of the mouse? Sometimes that's a circle with a slash through it. If that happens, release and then drag and drop again, and then it will switch to a green plus. Fantastic. It installed all of these. If you accidentally download something twice, this is what happens. Oh, you saw that little X, right? Try that again. You'll get this message. And if you've already installed it, it will say, hey, this is already here. Do you want to replace it or cancel it? If you click cancel, you'll get an import failed. But that's just because that you manually canceled it. Next, I have a whole bunch of mods that I just got done downloading. These are all the mods I want to play. There's 125 of them. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to try to go ahead and drag and drop these into not the downloads, but into the mods section right here. Here we go. Here we go. Now, if you see this where it says, can't do it, let go and try again. And then it will allow it. See that? Changed it to a plus, a green plus. Sometimes it will auto-install all the mods for you, but not always. Sometimes you'll encounter a fallback installer. All this means is it's not sure what to do, and you can cancel the installation, or you can install to staging anyway. I just install it to the staging anyway, it doesn't matter. Now, normally you might encounter this anytime you see something that says .archive. Okay, looks like we're all done. Well, this is interesting. I've never seen that before. You'll only encounter this if you just drag and drop instead of going through the downloads section and manually linking the two. I'm okay with this, not updating. That's just me. I'm just going to go through every single one of these and make sure they're all enabled. Going to quickly do a look-see to see if anything was not enabled. And if anything is not installed, stop that. Cool. Okay, looks like it all successfully installed. Next, I would like to talk about collections. So, here I am on the Nexus mods website for Cyberpunk 2077. And what collections is just a collection of mods that's really easy to install, usually with just a couple clicks. Instead of having to download each one at a time, you just click on the collections, import it into Vortex, and it will take care of the rest. Let me show you. Up here, I went to collections, and then I'm going to go down to most endorsed. Let's look at Welcome to Night City. I don't know what that is. Let me see if it's anything of interest. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download this collection. Now, normally, if I was on Windows, all I would do is just click on this button, and then I would click on Continue Requires Vortex. However, since this is Linux, and because of the way we have Vortex installed, just a couple more clicks are required. So I'm going to come up here, and then I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to click on Copy. I'm going to go over to Vortex here, and I'm going to go to the Downloads section, and then click on to enter URL. Gonna click on this. Gonna click download. Open up the web page for me, like we did before. Okay. It requires me to log in again. For some reason, it logged me out. Not entirely sure why, but that's okay. And then if I were logged in, all I would do is just click on Add Collection. And then I close this window right here. And then I go over to Mods. And it would start loading everything. I wouldn't have to do anything more than that. And then I could go to Collections, and then when it's finished, it would pop up right here. Sometimes it may pop up with that staging thing that we saw earlier. And if that happens, just go ahead and follow the instructions. Now you might ask yourself, can I create a collection? Yes. I think anybody can create a collection, or it might be just premium. I'm not entirely sure. But if I wanted to create a collection, all I would do is go to Collections, and then I would come up to the workshop, and then I would click on Create a Collection. Now you might ask, why is it beneficial for me to create a collection? Well, what if I love the amount of mods that I have? What if I like this setup, right? What if I don't want to change anything else? And what if I know I'm going to be uninstalling Cyberpunk sometime in the future, and I don't want to have to go through the whole hassle re-downloading mods altogether again? Well, you can just go to Collections, create a collection. Quick Collection creates a backup of your mod list for an easy import by another PC or mod manager, which is awesome. So let me go ahead. I'm going to back everything up. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Oh, and then here are the list of things that you can't do and the list of things you can do. Feel free to pause right here if you want to read it. I'm going to go ahead and name this. Actually, you know what? I like the way that's named. I'm going to create it and upload it. It's going to ask you if you want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and click Upload. And since this is going to be a private collection for me, I'm not going to do much more. So it went ahead and published it. Now, as far as I know, it's not visible to anybody except me. So let's go ahead and open up the browser, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm here on the website, and then I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to scroll down to My Collections. And here it is. This is my collection. It's a draft. I'm not going to mess with this anymore. I'm not going to try to update it or make it fancy, because this is going to be my backup of my mod list. And if I click on it, let me go ahead and show you here. It just shows my mods. And if I go to mods, it'll say 0, but here's the entire list right here. These are all the mods that I have right here. Holy crap, that's a lot of mods. Okay, and I'm not going to publish this for anybody to see. Now, I could follow the directions that are needed to publish it. I probably won't make a tutorial on that, but at least with this, you can back up all your mods. It's backed up to the website, and then at a later time, you can just re-download everything just by going to the website. Go to Downloads. See if it'll open it up. Yep. And then I'm going to click Continue. And then I would just go ahead and click on Add Collection right here. And it will automatically go ahead and start downloading all those collections and all those mods. Something that I noticed as I was installing these files, one of the mods failed. Let's see if we can find the logs. We have 4 errors. Okay. I don't care about that. Check check that. Okay, so, whoops. We have 4 errors. Red deployment failed. So these are important to know. Definitely pay attention to these diagnostic files. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try to do these again. I'm going to copy this to the clipboard here and paste it in a text document on the other screen. And then we're going to try this again and see what happens. First one, we're going to do spaceport unlocked. So let's find spaceport unlocked. Okay. Let's try that again. Replace. We're going to replace that. And then the next one is stash. Stash and vendors. There's the next one. You saw that, how I said, nope, not going to work. Let's try again. All right, if that keeps happening, what you need to do is you need to close out of Vortex and reopen it. Let's go to mods. Here we go. Yes, we're going to replace it. If I were to try to start Cyberpunk 2077 in its current state, none of the mods are going to work because these two are not linked. Let me show you. Okay, if mods were working, this would be a different menu. I just want to make sure that, yep, my saves are still there. The last thing we need to do is to enable mods and to link the mods to the game. Doing this is really simple. We're going to go to the Cyberpunk 2077 settings. Make sure Wine is selected. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom and click on Wine Config or Wine CFG. We're going to go to Libraries. We're going to add 2 things. The first thing we're going to add is version, version.dll. And the last is going to be winmm.dll. Just like that. When you click add, you're going to be warned. You're going to go ahead and click yes, click apply, click OK, close, quit Heroic Game Launcher, and restart your computer. Okay, let's go ahead and open up Heroic's Game Launcher. And then we're going to go ahead and start up Cyberpunk. Oh, hey, look, a new version is available. I'm not going to do that right now. And you'll notice I got rid of the Alan Wake title because I wasn't using it. So let's go ahead and start her up. Now you'll see that there is an update available, but I'm not going to do it. Let's go ahead and click start. Let's see if the game starts with all the mods loaded. One thing you'll see is that, make sure it's enabled, it is enabled, that there is a very, very, very long delay with a black screen. I don't know why that does it, but I'm assuming that it's because of the, hey, look down there, there's our CET right there. I'm assuming it's because I have a lot of mods and they need to load. That's my assumption. I'm not entirely sure, but this takes about 1 minute and 10 seconds. And I also have another mod that's designed to go ahead and load me directly into the game. As we can see here, I have the mods and mod settings on my screen here, which means that the mods did successfully load. Let's go through the mods. Alright, so here are some of the mods that I have installed. And then I go to mod settings, and here are a whole bunch more mods. Alright, so it looks like all the mods successfully installed. Looks like they're all loaded and running. Let's test out my blaster here. Where do I want to jump up? I want to jump up there. Seems to be running pretty well. What are my settings at right now? I have ray tracing set to ultra with DLSS, super resolution. Here are my settings in case you want to look at it. Alright, this was a very big success. If your game did not start, or if it just didn't load or do anything at all, chances are one of your mods is preventing the game from starting. One such mod is called AudioWare. This is AudioWare. This mod is notorious for preventing Cyberpunk from loading. If you have this installed and your game is not running, remove it from the mod list and your game should run. If your game is still not running, I recommend opening up Vortex and start disabling mods batches at a time. Let me show you how to do that. Go ahead and go to mods. Let's go ahead and start disabling some of these mods in batches. Let me show you what we have right here is AudioWare. As you can see, I have AudioWare disabled. I have a whole bunch of other mods that I once installed and disabled for one reason or another. Like for example, in Interable Interiors 2.6, that doesn't work. So I had to disable that. And some of these other things were just me testing out mods to see what I did and did not like. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these since I'm never gonna use them again. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the archive for AudioWare. And then some of these, I'm going to leave the archives in case I want to reinstall later. And I'm just going to click one, hold down shift, and click the bottom, and then I'm going to click on remove. Okay, it's done. Let's go ahead and start disabling these in batches. I'm going to show you what that looks like as an example. To disable batches, just go ahead and select an arbitrary number of mods. So I'm going to grab all the A's, and then what I did is I clicked the first one, I scrolled down, saw the last one, held down left shift, left clicked, and then I'm going to click on disable, and then you're going to get this message that says mod has dependencies. What I recommend is to review it. Use your best judgment on whether or not you should disable a dependency or not. Like in my example, AudioWare was a dependency for a lot of mods. However, that AudioWare was the thing that was preventing the game from loading correctly. In my case, the dependencies is just something stupid, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on disable anyway. And then at this point, I can go ahead and close this out and then start up Cyberpunk and see if the game loads. If the game did not load, then I would do another batch and then test it to see if the game loads. If the game loads, start enabling mods, small sections at a time, until you find out which one of those mods is the cause of your problem. To enable mods, it's really simple. You just do the same thing that you did before. I'm going to click on the first one, scroll all the way down to the last one, and then I'm going to click on enable. I'm going to go ahead and look to see if there are any more mods disabled. There are not. I'm going to see if there's any more mods that are listed as uninstalled. Here are the ones right here. I'm going to leave them like this so that if I ever want to come back and enable them, all I got to do is just click on the button instead of having to drag and drop the mod files all over again. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It has taken 2 weeks to make this tutorial. Most of the time was spent trying to figure out why my game was not starting and why I could not get Cyberpunk 2077 to start with mods. In my case, it was AudioWare that was the cause of the problem. Hopefully you guys were able to get your game to work. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you. And in the meantime, enjoy your game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.